Ride with me to the wickedest city in the West. Jerome, Arizona. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is going to take us to the wickedest town in the West, Jerome, Arizona. Hopefully we'll be catching the lighting at the perfect time for the sunset. Some fun little facts about Jerome that I'd like to share with you guys. The town of Jerome is actually burned down multiple times, almost completely to the ground. The last time it burned down was in 1898. And with all of the buildings being made of wood, a fire would start and it would just spread so quickly. During the Spanish flu, so many miners died in Jerome that they didn't have enough room to bury them in the cemetery. So what they did was they put them in the copper smelter, cremated them, and then that fly ash was later used to make the concrete that built the town of Jerome. So there's literally burnt people in the sidewalks. Take a little video here going through Old Town. We do have the neatest little Old Town. Not too busy for Sunday afternoon. I think the heat probably keeps a lot of people indoors. Can't say that I really blame them. So let me know in the comments how many of you have been to Jerome. What was your favorite thing about Jerome, and if you had any scary ghost experiences. I have a story about doing a ghost tour in Jerome a few years back. It's not that I didn't believe in ghosts before, I just hadn't really had too many direct encounters. Let me tell you, oh, there's our law enforcement. He even gave me a little brake light tap. Good thing I was being a responsible rider, I would have got a ticket. So anyways, at one point in the ghost tour, we were in the boiler room of the old high school, which really felt like the creepiest spot, and you could just feel something down there. And we went up to where the gymnasium was in the old girls' locker room, and they give you these devices for the ghost tour. One of them is called a spirit box, and one of them is it's like a UVF or some kind of radio, scans radio signal. And we were outside of the old girls' locker room, and a voice came through on the spirit box, just clear as day. A man's voice said, "Stay out." So that was kind of cool. And then they take you to the old cemetery, and I had one of the devices in my hand with the lanyard around my wrist, and the meter on the box spiked, went all the way and maxed out, and then it felt like somebody knocked it out of my hand, just slapped it out of my hand, and I dropped it, and luckily I was wearing the lanyard. Since then, I've definitely been a believer. Clarkdale's kind of up and coming. A lot more new businesses are coming in, more things to do. Have a real cute little Central Park. The hustling, bustling community of downtown Clarkdale. Let's all collectively take a few deep breaths together. Big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. kids want to be in my video, I guess. Not going to be able to sign a waiver. She has a bumper sticker that says, "New driver, nervous AF." I'm sure you guys know what that AF stands for. One thing I love about this microphone setup is you can hear the exhaust note of the bike, kind of hear the RPMs. I'm really hoping that that adds to the first person experience. I really wanted this to feel like you're operating the machine. On the way home, we'll put the camera on the front of the bike. That's a real fun perspective. Okay, let's not get a ticket. It's so easy to speed on this bike. Feels like you're going 50 and I look down, I'm doing 80. Alright, it's starting to cool down. It's already down to 93 degrees. What a difference 5 degrees makes. Coming into the town limits of Jerome. There's a law enforcement officer that likes to hang out a couple spots right here before Jerome. Loves to write tickets to motorcyclists. I've heard that if you ever get pulled over by him, there's no talking your way out of it, and he does not give warnings. You're gonna get a ticket. So we're gonna be super careful going through this first little bit. So I already did traffic school, so I can't get another ticket. And no, it was not for speeding. I wasn't even on the motorcycle. Kind of a funny story. There was some road construction at the end of the road that I worked down. I got to the end and there was a flagger holding a stop sign. I thought he was waving me by, but I guess he was swatting at a fly or a mosquito. Ended up getting the ticket and having to go to traffic school, so gotta be careful. It's a really gorgeous view of the Verde Valley from up here. In 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And this is where that cop likes to hang out. This is the other spot that he likes to sit right up here. Yep, there he is. Not this time, my friend. Oh, he's not even in there. He just likes to park in there. Sometimes they put a fake head. It makes it look like there's an officer sitting there. Probably a lot cheaper than paying one of them to sit there. This is a notable landmark. This is what they call the sliding jail. It's actually slidden down the hill 200 feet from where it used to be. Lots of people like to stop here and take photos. So I think what we'll do is we'll drive all the way through Jerome, kind of up past town. There's a couple nice little twisties on the way up to Mingus Mountain. There's a pull-out that we can stop, and then I'll change the perspective on the camera. A couple really neat shops right through here. Haunted Hamburger. Nice little burger joint. There's the Jerome Grand Hotel. So that used to be the hospital and the mental asylum. And I believe this building here on the left was the home of the head surgeon or head doctor. Quite a haunted location. Love the way the exhaust rings off of these stone walls. Always a good idea to do a pre-ride safety check. Just kick the tires, wiggle stuff, make sure nothing's falling off. Our boxes are locked and secure. All right. So I think we'll head over above the copper mines.
Copper deposits dried up and the mines closed in 1953, this bustling metropolis cleared out, turning Jerome into a literal ghost town. Its population dwindled from 15,000 to roughly a few hundred die-hard residents. However, beginning in the 1960s, a counterculture of artists, hippies, and preservationists moved into the abandoned brick buildings. They repaired the structures, opened art galleries, and transformed Jerome into a quirky, vibrant tourist destination it is today.
See quite a bit of the old mine workings. One of the head frames.
The mines in Jerome, Arizona produced over 2 billion pounds of copper during their active operations from 1876 to 1953. Combined with other extracted minerals, the Verde mining district yielded more than $1 billion in recovered metals, some estimated ranges as high as $4 billion.
It's a really neat diorama at the Mine Museum, which indicates all of the underground workings in this area. And it looks like an anthill, like an ant colony. There's stopes and side tunnels and exploratory shafts. It's just Swiss cheese under the ground. And here is the Gold King Mine. Neat place to bring the family if you're ever visiting the Verde Valley. They have kind of a working ghost town up there with a glass blower and a steam-powered sawmill. Lots of old mining relics. San Francisco peaks off in the distance. There was a wildfire burning. Oh, you can still see the smoke over there near Secret Mountain Wilderness, Secret Canyon. Looks like they may have it fairly contained, which is good.
Now, from what I've been told, this is one of the original sidewalks in Jerome. You can see all those little black specks on the sidewalk. That's all material that came out of the smelter called fly ash, and that's what they used to when they mixed the concrete. So potentially a lot of those little black specks are little bits of cremated miners, people that used to live in Jerome. This is the very first firefighter in Jerome, Bones McGee, and his dog Smokey. Just kidding, I don't know. During the summer months in this part of Jerome, they host multiple festivals, like the Jerome Music and Arts Festival, which usually goes on in late June. And then they have the Jerome Indie Film and Music Festival, and also the Jerome Wine, Food, and Flower Festival that happens in September. You can see all these kind of stadium seating areas. Makes for a great location to watch local artists perform during the summer months. Old burned out building. You can flip coins into the outhouse. Nice little way to generate a couple tourist bucks. Boy, there's a lot of change down there. Neat. Go check out this cool old cop car. Nice. That, my friends, is a Ford Fairlane. Pretty cool car. If I gotta get chased by the police, I hope it's this one. See if we can scare up a ghost or two.
So Jerome is a pretty cool little town. It's really fun on Halloween. They do a big costume party at the old high school. The whole town's just bustling. And this is what I was hoping to capture. Camera probably doesn't do it justice. Well, it has been a perfect evening for a little rip up to Jerome. So excited that you guys could join me. I really look forward to bringing you guys a lot more adventure motorcycle content. We're going to be doing a lot of gear reviews and cool destination trips. A couple weeks we're going to be going up through Colorado, hitting some hot springs. I think we're going to try to do like Black Bear Pass by Telluride, maybe Cinnamon Pass, Imogene Pass. Okay everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on my little ride to the wickedest town in the West, Jerome, Arizona. Hope you had as much fun as I did. It was a beautiful day. We didn't get any tickets and we kept the dirty side down. So we'll see you next time.